Is the screen going to change? Hello and welcome to Take Flight Live with Phoenix Stage Company, an award-winning 100% volunteer community theater organization located in Oakville, Connecticut. I'm Ed Bassett, Executive Director of Phoenix Stage Company and your host. Here with Tim Phillips. His head is on the table so that you can see that this says Phoenix Stage Company. Rise, Tim, and say hello.
Can I get up now?
Yes, say hello. There you are.
This is actually pretty comfortable.
No, sit up and throw the pillow over there. Good job. How are you, Tim?
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's cold.
Here with us today, Michael back there, our technical producer. And up there is Al. Say hello, Al.
Hi, everybody.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Winter. It feels very cold out. I've been cold all day.
It's
Well,
great, isn't it?
Well,
Oh,
the temperatures they've been dropping, and they're going to drop some more.
Like January. Oh.
Are all of our usual friends watching tonight, Michael? All of our usual friends in chat
You
tonight?
asked him a question. I wasn't ready for that. I can get close.
They're actually concerned that you were using a My Pillow, Tim. So
I am not.
No, that
using
is not a My
My
Pillow.
That's a cheap little $10 pillow, whatever.
It is. It just came off the prop room.
Yeah.
So
What do
who
we
knows?
What do we use that for?
Hey, Tim,
Oh, here we go.
speaking of winter,
Yeah.
how do you make antifreeze?
Turn the thermostat down.
You steal her blanket.
Did you just say take it off?
Huh?
Did he just say take it off?
Yeah, some of these laugh tracks are so funny. There is one laugh track that they keep laughing and somebody keeps saying, take it off, take it off, take it off.
So
It's really weird. Yeah. So welcome everyone. We weren't
Yeah.
here last week
and
there was a reason.
yes, we were busy preparing a new show, preparing a new thing.
A new program for us. It was going to be our first melodrama that was supposed to air tonight.
However,
But it's a learning curve. You know, we had a green screen that we worked with,
Yeah.
and when I was trying to edit the videos, they just weren't working. Casey Ross is in the video, and her
Yes.
hair kept disappearing.
yes, and she hates when it
and
happens.
Jonathan had a weird green glow around him. He looked like an alien.
Well, that's probably usual for John.
So yeah, and it was because we weren't using the green screen properly.
Yes.
It wasn't wrinkle free, and it wasn't lit properly, and all of the actors were standing too close to the green screen. So we're going to reshoot this coming Saturday.
So it was just a rehearsal, basically.
It was a rehearsal shoot.
Yes.
But it was fun, and it was a
It was
learning
fun.
experience, and we learned that we needed an extra pair of hands.
Yes. So we got that covered.
So we've got that covered,
Yep.
and yeah, it's really, really fun.
But this was one of your melodramas.
It
right?
was. It is called The Search for the Great Cow Oracle, or Utter Chaos.
And it's it's a groaner.
It's really fun.
it
It's
is.
really,
It's
really
fun.
fun.
It's
So
fun.
Tim,
Yes.
tell me about your week. What have you been doing? Or 2 weeks? 2 weeks since we've been on.
Well, been working on the melodrama a lot and going back and forth with stuff and getting people ready, getting things ready. And it was much like the Christmas show where we had all this filming to do, and we had everything all set to go. And costumes, you went crazy with the costumes.
Yeah, I had a good time painting and pulling
Yeah.
props and costumes.
Yeah.
It felt good to be back up and doing that kind of stuff.
So that's about it. We watched your Packers lose. Sorry.
Yeah, the Packers
Packers
lost.
lost.
I wasn't feeling well, so I really didn't care.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You've had some issues lately. You haven't been feeling that great, but you're feeling all right tonight.
I am feeling all right. It turns out I had some kind of a flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some kind of a stomach something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hit me.
But here's the-
It hit me on Saturday night. I started to not feel great, and Sunday I had a really bad headache and I was lethargic. By Monday,
Yeah.
I was down for the count. I had a cough, and my head hurt, and my chest hurt, and it scared me.
Mhm.
And I registered and got a COVID test,
Yeah.
and they said, you have symptoms, and so you have to quarantine and put a sign on your door, and and I did that, and I really just didn't. Past that point, I just slept a lot,
Yeah.
and I did not have COVID. My test came back negative, which
Good,
is
because
we
would not be doing.
wouldn't be doing the show, which
Right.
is great. But it led me to think how weird it is that a year ago,
Mhm.
so in March of last year, Before then,
Yeah.
the word quarantine was not part of my vocabulary. It was, and now I use it like
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
Like, oh, are you you have sniffles. Are you going to quarantine? You're going out of state. You're going to have to quarantine. I have a cold. I have to quarantine.
And when you think about it, before COVID-19, if a cast member would show up or want to come to a rehearsal and they would call you saying, oh, I'm not feeling so good. I got a little bit of a cold touch thing. Well, we tell them, don't show up.
Yeah. And if they insisted on it, at least for me as a director,
Yeah.
if they insisted on coming, I sat them way up there
Yep.
and they read their lines from up there.
Yep.
I didn't want people around each other who were going to get
But
each
that
other
was
sick.
in
Yeah.
a sense, that was quarantining. We
In
were
a
doing
s-
it.
in a sense.
In a sense. And just look how much of a difference in a year. Now, if somebody feels bad, the first thing you think is, oh, should I get a COVID test?
Right. And that's scary.
It is.
It's and the fact that now they're saying, oh, you want to wear 2 masks.
And because you had been, Ed and I are part of a pod. You come into our house a lot. We've said that all along. So you came to watch the game Sunday, and then you weren't feeling so good, but then things got worse for you, and then you said you're going for a test. Well, we were on,
Sure.
obviously
I
you were on,
called you. I
Yeah.
notified anybody that I had been around. I
Yeah.
called Al.
and we
and
kind
said-
of held our breath.
Said,
for a
here's the
couple days.
deal. I'm going for a COVID test. I
Yeah.
really don't feel well at all. And I had a hodgepodge of symptoms.
Yeah.
And
Didn't you find out there's more symptoms that you didn't?
I
you were
didn't
aware of?
realize. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that gastrointestinal problems were a symptom of COVID.
Yeah.
It strikes people differently. I thought it was 100% a respiratory
That's what
disease,
everybody thought.
and it's not. So I had a multitude of symptoms
Yeah.
that were affecting me.
But it makes you a little more paranoid these
It
days.
does. Yes, Michael.
Tim, the viewers have a message for you. They want you to know to project, enunciate, but most of all, have fun.
Thank you,
hi,
Donna.
Donna.
In short,
I wanna-
please talk louder.
I'm gonna put this on. Maybe I'll hear myself. Now I don't hear a thing. I'm not plugged in. That's why.
But yeah, you are. You're plugged in there.
Why is
But
that working?
yeah, I don't know. Well, just scoot your.
I'll scoot you in a little closer. I'll hide more of the Phoenix.
Watch,
thing.
because I talk really, really loud.
Yeah. Okay. How's that? Is that better, Michael? Is that better?
We'll have to see what they say.
Oh, I don't want to hear me.
I can
anyway.
hear you just fine.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Hey, Tim,
Oh, yeah.
what goes ha ha thump?
I don't know what goes ha ha thump.
You laughing your head off at my jokes. Now,
Oh, look, you put something on the screen.
let me say, you guys can all say thank you to Amber Dunphy, who she mailed me a joke book. And a lot of these jokes are coming right out of that book. All of tonight's are coming right out of that book.
Thank you, Amber.
So I love them. They're great. Yeah,
She
I
even
have a
warned
lot
us.
of, there's a lot of them that are a little bit longer. The jokes are longer. So I'm saving those for house announcements.
Oh, great. And I'm going to be in that first show. I'll be backstage
Yeah.
for that first show.
Yeah. So, so it's been,
So you've had a challenging couple of weeks.
I did.
basically.
I did. Yeah. And then, I had my doctor's appointment, a video doctor's appointment. And
Oh, that
I
was
talked
exciting.
about all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. It
Now,
has.
I have
Crazy.
not had the opportunity to have a video teleconference with a doctor. How was that?
Well, so every one of my doctors at the VA has an accent.
Okay.
I have 2 Italian doctors. I have an Asian doctor. I want to say that he's Chinese, but I'm not sure. He's my cardiologist. And then I have a doctor that I think she's French.
Okay.
So it's kind of difficult to, today, one of my Italian doctors was telling me about a machine that was invented in France
Uh-huh.
to test the firmness of cheese. And now they're going to use that on me, on my liver. So she
Okay.
said, no needles. It just feels weird to have this thing go bunka, bunka, bunka on your liver. Okay. So
I
I'm
really
gonna go
wanna-
in and have this cheese test on my liver.
I really want to be, I really like to see where that leap made from, gee, this is good for just determining cheese to, oh, let's check your liver at the same time.
I'm not really sure where it came from, but she said she wanted to tell me the story of the origin of the machine because it might make me want to or look forward to come in for an appointment.
There's a skit in there somewhere.
So, and then I had to like hold my camera up to my eyes for her and stick my tongue out and then hold my palms up. She wanted to see my fingernails. And then I had to show her my chest, and she kept saying, "Oh, your camera is lovely. Oh, so clear. Your camera is so clear." And I was like, "Okay, I guess. How do I look?" And she goes, "Yeah, you look fine."
Wait, was that a doctor's appointment or was this an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Please tell me she didn't ask you to cough.
No, she did not turn your head and cough.
Turn your head and
No,
cough, because
no.
that would have been embarrassing with the phone.
Yeah, so it was really interesting,
Yeah.
and I was thinking the same thing the whole time it was happening. I'm going, this is a skit.
Yeah.
And she would ask me things like, "Have you taken an antibiotic in the last year?"
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Yes, it's in my record. I had strep throat." And so she goes, "No, that was 2019." And I went, "Oh, I guess 2020 just kind of went away."
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh yeah, everybody's doing that. People just don't even, because you lose track. We didn't do much of anything in 2020.
It's been 10 months since
Yeah.
we did anything.
So yeah, every time she would ask me a question, I go, "Oh yeah, last year." And she'd look up, she'd go, "Oh no, that was 2019. 2019,
Well-
2000. I wanted to say, why are you asking me if the record's on your computer and you're looking at it? You correct me every time you ask.
She
I'm
was
starting
testing.
to feel like, what? Wait, what?
She was testing you.
She was testing to see how your age is affecting you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. My age is affecting me.
Your mental acuity.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go with that.
yeah.
Let's get to the subject on hand.
The subject on hand.
So, we just had some time to go because we had success with the Halloween show and the Christmas show. We thought, well, let's give them a little more entertainment. And then we said, we have these melodramas that you have written.
Right.
So first of all, let's talk what comprises a melodrama.
So a melodrama is a genre of theater.
Okay.
It originated during the Revolutionary period in France. They stole it from the Greeks.
Figures.
So melodrama literally means music drama,
Okay.
literally, or song drama,
All
right?
All right.
And it kind of reached the Victorian communities through the French.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So music usually in a melodrama introduces characters, heroes, villains, and that music indicates to the audience whether they're a good person, a bad person,
Okay.
feel sorry for them,
Yeah.
don't care, that kind of stuff.
So their own themes for all the
Yeah,
characters.
like the typical ya ba 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 da ba ba ba,
Yeah.
boo.
Yeah.
And you try to get the audience to participate in them.
Mhm.
A melodrama generally
Yeah.
is exaggerated characters,
Mm-hmm.
exaggerated emotions
Yeah.
in the environment.
Okay.
So a lot of face out to the audience to get
A little
get,
more
reactions.
ham-handedness.
yes, very
really-
hammy,
You
very
and you play it up to the audience more than anything else.
correct.
Okay.
Correct. Now, my first exposure to melodrama came in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
There was a theater house called Martin City Melodrama and Vaudeville Company. It's not there anymore. It's now moved. They moved to Kansas. I don't know exactly when, but it's just over the river.
Yeah.
But now they're a school. They had changed over. They were doing acting school and stuff like that. Martin City Melodrama and Vaudeville Company was run by this wonderful woman named Jeannie Beechwood. Wacky. I mean, this one was wacky.
Yeah.
I loved her to pieces. And we would do melodramas that were followed by a vaudeville. So we would do the melodrama was maybe an hour long,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Then there would be a break.
Uh-huh.
And then you would come back and do a vaudeville. It was about a half an hour of music. So my very first melodrama with Jeannie and with Martin City Melodrama was called Ned the Newsboy, or Rags to Riches. I was Ned.
Okay.
And it was followed by a vaudeville that was themed Topsy-Turvy 20s. So it was all music from the 20s.
Right.
And it was very hammy.
Yep.
I I came out with a guy dressed as a dog, and we sang, you say a T-bone and I say a steak bone. I say a steak bone and you say a T-bone, T-bone, steak bone. So we made fun of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right after that, I sang paw me. Come on, ladies, please come and paw me. And these poodles came out. Yeah. So, and then some of us stood behind baby food jars and sang baby face. I got the cutest little baby face. And it was supposed to be a contest to see which baby would end up on the baby food jar.
Okay.
And then we all eventually came out from behind the baby food jars in diapers.
Of course.
And half shirts and bonnets and weird stuff.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Just wacky stuff.
Really fun.
Yeah.
Really over the top. And come on. It fit me. It was
really
my
did.
kind of humor.
Now, that's my question. Did it fit you, or did you adapt to that? Were you always that way?
I always loved this kind of humor. The Carol Burnett show was like, I grew up eating that. Like, I just loved it.
Is that a good example of melodrama?
Some of their sketches are absolutely melodrama.
Yes.
In terms of their performance style.
Right.
All of their characters were melodramatic.
Yes.
And they had some really successful spin-offs like Mama's Family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of those characters were very overdone. The old man, the
Tim Conway's old man. Yeah.
Was absolutely melodrama.
Right.
So that's the style of performance that we're going.
So
the backgrounds, for example, for The Great Coward Girl, the backgrounds are all cartoons. I've done all cartoon backgrounds.
Okay.
Some of them I've drawn myself, some I have found.
Right.
And so those are the backgrounds that are going to be there with bright costumes, oversized things, weird stuff. The whole circumstance in Coward is amazingly weird.
Yeah.
Or Jonathan with his long stories that he has to tell.
Yes.
So that's where melodrama fits in. It's a really exciting form of theater.
Yeah.
Pygmalion is probably one of the best known melodramas.
Really?
But there are also Little Mary Sunshine is a musical. I was in that many, many years ago, and it's melodramatic. The characters in it are melodramatic.
Yeah.
And The Mystery of Edwin Drood is that form of theater is called panto, which is very much melodrama, where they perform out. Everything is performed out.
Uh-huh.
So rather than you and I having a conversation here, we would be here saying, "Why, Tim? How are you today? Welcome." And
I'm fine.
we would be doing this kind of thing back and forth.
Like, please, Ed, tell me another joke.
Okay, Tim, I will. Are you ready for a joke, Tim?
Yes, I am.
Why did Cinderella get kicked off the soccer team?
I don't know. Why did Cinderella get kicked off the soccer team?
Because she ran away from the ball. So I got dizzy right there.
A little too much.
A little too much spinning around.
Wow. Okay.
So that's melodrama is its own style. And there are people that love that type of theater, and there are people that don't.
Yeah. It's not your Michael's found
Michael,
funny.
what's up? We have a comment?
No, you're good. No,
Okay.
I'm delayed here. I was laughing at watching everything.
Okay. He's laughing at
Michael
the
is
stuff
delayed.
he put on the screen.
He's a little delayed.
So,
Yes.
I mean, for the usual theater actors are playing within this box, right? And we talk about the fourth wall. You don't break the fourth wall. Sounds like melodrama is completely breaking.
Oh, there is
wall.
no fourth.
There is
wall.
no fourth.
There is no fourth wall.
Okay.
No, and you encourage the audience to participate in terms of beforehand. Usually, like at Martin City Melodrama and Vaudeville Company, an MC came out and spoke to the audience, and the accompanist, the piano accompanist, he would say, "When you hear this, you have to boo hiss, and we're going to practice that." And they practice all the shout backs that they want.
Oh.
They practice them before the show, so that when it happens, and then the characters can react to that. They can ask for more.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know.
Right.
Oh, they can play up to it. They can ask questions of the audience. Shall I or shan't I?
Oh.
Should I go with him or should I stay?
Now, we have done some plays here that have elements of that.
Correct.
I'm trying to remember. There was one show that I was doing that I would ask the audience several questions. I can't remember what it was. Was it Three Murders and
Three Murders and It's Only Monday you did.
I think I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that Three Murders and It's Only Monday came very close to melodrama because we had characters like the sea captain with the plunger leg,
Yeah.
and the ventriloquist, and so we had
The
characters that
boxer.
were really big. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so I would say that came really
came very
close,
close
and
to
that
it.
really didn't have the fourth wall because you did talk to
Right.
them.
In
You know,
fact,
it's-
at the end, Heidi at the end was talking
Yeah,
to them.
yeah. So for well over a year, I did nothing but melodrama at Martin City.
Okay.
We would rehearse during the day and
Yep.
perform at night. And
How often did you change the shows?
every other week. So it ran for 2 weeks and then a new show went
The
out.
new, and they were all brand new.
They were all new.
Wow.
So you were rehearsing one show while you were performing in another.
Yep.
And if you weren't in a show, you were, as part of your contract, you're required to do something else for the show.
Okay.
Costumes or sets
Sure.
or something
Right.
like that.
Right.
So
Part of the
So
company.
you were, as
Yep.
part of the company.
Mhm.
It was amazing fun.
Yeah.
Amazing fun.
So we're bringing some of that here.
Yeah.
We're starting with the Great Cow Oracle.
The search for the great cow,
Cow
oracle,
Oracle.
or utter chaos.
Yeah.
And we're going to follow that up with Drac in the Saddle, a vampire western.
Drac.
It really sucks, but it's funny.
One could hope.
That's great.
That was from my line.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, we have a birthday. Al, put the
Play
music
the
up.
birthday music.
It takes a minute.
Yeah, he's on delay up there apparently.
Yeah.
It takes a long time for us to.
Can you find that birthday?
Yeah, I gotta get the volume.
Just hit play and adjust the volume after you hit play. I guess he's delayed too. So he's delayed and he's delayed.
We're still.
It's the theater birthday.
Sing the
music.
birthday music.
Who is our one birthday person?
We only
this
had
week?
one that I could find of, and it was yesterday, and it was our good friend Roseanne Elliott.
Roseanne
Happy
Elliott.
birthday, Roseanne.
Happy birthday.
We've
to you.
she's done several shows here. I've known her since 2002.
Yep.
And her husband Maynard also comes over here. They both like to volunteer a lot too.
Now, are they still in the area? Or they were planning
I
on
believe
moving to
they
Nashville.
moved. I believe they moved because their daughter Danny. You can kill the music there, Al. Their daughter Danny
Yes.
is a performer.
Yeah, she's performed at Phoenix.
Yes, she did. That's right. She did a
down in
concert there.
Naugatuck to launch her CD. I
Yep.
think they were planning on moving to Nashville.
I believe they did.
If any of our viewers, if you know if they've gone to Nashville, can you let us know?
I see her on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's about it. But
Yeah.
yeah. So happy birthday.
Yeah.
Roseanne.
Speaking of Nashville, I had a conversation with someone in Nashville today.
You know, that's a good segue.
Yeah.
So what happened? It's because of something that happens in the cow
Right. So
oracle.
in the cow oracle, we wanted to use a specific sound
Yeah.
that appears in a song, a recorded song, a portion of a copyrighted
Just
song.
a little bit of it.
5 seconds, literally 5 seconds. So I'm trying to be on the up and up as much as we can,
Right.
especially since we are posting on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? Point in case of this,
Mm-hmm.
we will no longer be reviewing YouTube videos.
Yes.
And that is because we got
In trouble.
notified, notified that we used copyrighted material
Who knew?
when we were reviewing the last video. I'm going to guess it's Everybody Poops or whatever. I'm going to
Oh,
guess
the cat.
it was
No,
that.
it was a cat
It was a
video.
cat.
It's a cat one.
Who's Everybody Poops?
Everybody Poops. The second one is copyrighted. So we got tagged because we used a portion of that video in
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
So we can't do that anymore.
Mhm.
So we don't want that to happen because you can get tagged, a warning. If you get a strike, it's bad. If you get 3 strikes, they
Right.
kill you.
They're out of there.
So we want to make sure that everything that we do is 100% up and up.
Yeah.
So I've been searching for the right company to get the rights to use 5 seconds of this song
Yeah.
in our event,
In our
our
melodrama.
melodrama.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know, there's an old rumor out there that if you use less than 60 seconds, it's free. It's not.
It's
You
not
can't
true.
use any portion of anything without getting permission from
Yep.
somebody,
Yep.
unless it's public domain.
So you did a lot of
I
searching.
did. Oh my gosh. I kept notifying all these companies who kept saying, nope, it's not us. You got to go here. Nope, it's not us. You got to go here.
Ah.
Nope, it's not us. You got to go here. You got to go there. You got to go there. And so I finally got a hold of somebody at BMI.
Which, if you know the music industry, that's one of the big copyright places.
It is. It's a
ASCAP and
licensing.
BMI are the
and
two big ones.
So BMI licenses restaurants to play music while you're sitting in a restaurant.
Right.
Our good friend Lori Poulin, who plays Lydia Cleft, she used to be a secret agent for BMI.
Secret.
So she and her husband would go and
Agent Lori.
sit in restaurants
Am I in trouble for doing
for
that?
2 or 3 hours. This was before the internet.
Okay.
So she would have to write down every song that was played for that 2 hours
Oh,
and draw an outline of and a diagram of where all the speakers were in the restaurant. And then it would be determined, because the number of speakers and all that plays into everything. And so,
Okay.
and then it would be determined whether that restaurant had a license. And if they didn't, they would get tagged for all those songs. They would get
wow.
charged
Yeah.
for using them.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be really, really clear. So one woman I talked to, not at BMI, at another place, said, oh, I can help you with that. I need an email that lists the name of your production, your budget for the production, your budget for music, a list of cast members, any notable actors in your production. And I was like, we're doing a melodrama that's 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I need 5 seconds. It doesn't matter. Well, how much is this going to cost me? Because it's called a synchronized. This is called a synchronized license, not a mechanical license.
There's a difference.
Yes, there is a difference.
Okay.
So when I finally got a hold of this lovely lady at BMI, she said, when I told her what was going on, she said, let me wrap my head around this.
Well, where is
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville?
Let me wrap my head around this,
Uh-huh.
because I usually do television and film. You want to use a song in a podcast?
Mhm.
Well, no, it's a program that's being aired as part of our podcast. So you want to use a song in something that's going to be in a podcast? Yes.
Yes.
5 seconds of it. 5 seconds of it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And it's just this sound from this song. What? I told her I wanted someone to whistle it. You want someone to whistle it?
Hmm.
Yes. 5 seconds.
Right.
In something that's going to be part of something.
Yes.
Yes. So you're not going to play a record.
No.
And you're not going to edit it and take it off the song. No. 5 seconds. That's going to be part of something. Yes.
Yes.
And she said, baby, just have fun with that. You want to whistle, just whistle.
Just whistle.
If you're whistling in your yard, is somebody going to come up and hit you on the head because it's copyrighted that you're whistling? I said, no. She goes, somebody could whistle it in the bathroom. You catch it on your audio. It's 5 seconds of a whistle. I said, but it's really recognizable.
Yeah.
She said, baby, just have fun with that. You go whistle.
So we'll take Michael whistling in the bathroom.
So I said, thank you very much. Can I have your name, please? So I can make sure I write all of this down. So I wrote it all down and I told her we'd give her credit.
And
She would be our BMI agent.
A very lovely lady.
And she said, because, and apparently there's some litigation right now going on concerning this
That number.
particular song.
Right.
So it's in La La Land as to who owns the rights to this song right now, because it's being fought over.
Now,
So, yeah.
that is hysterical because the number that you're talking about is quite old.
Not old enough.
But not that it's that old,
1950s.
but it's not the original people who wrote it that are arguing this case right now.
No, they're dead.
Yeah. It's their heirs
Yes, their heirs are fighting over this song.
over this song.
And so it's a very interesting thing. It became very interesting. But we have to, as part of our
Yes.
protection on our YouTube channel, underneath it where we give credits to everything, because there's other music that were being used that I've gotten the licenses to.
Right.
It's called attribution. We have to give attribution to all of these places where we're getting music, and we have to give attribution to BMI for giving us that we have this permission. And that's so this robot algorithm thing at YouTube doesn't catch us and shut us down.
Right.
Because we have permission to use this thing. Baby, just go have fun with that.
Well, as a former songwriter, I appreciate what they're doing.
Well, and as a playwright,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that everyone gets their due.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely. Because
there's the, we've talked about this before. There's that old thing, play stupid now and ask forgiveness later. YouTube doesn't care.
No.
YouTube they'll shut us down. And right now, this is all we have. Right?
I don't want to say it's all they have.
And you would miss us
You
so
would miss
much.
it. You know what you'd really miss? The jokes.
That's right. And speaking of jokes, Tim, hey, Tim.
Hey, what?
What do you call a wandering caveman?
I don't know. What do you call a wandering caveman?
A Neanderthal.
Don't put it up. Don't put it up. Neanderthal.
A Neanderthal.
Yeah. Thanks, Amber. I'm looking at you.
I like that joke a lot. Neanderthal.
Yeah.
How am I doing that?
You're doing very well, Al. Thank you so much.
took
You
40.
liked that one, didn't you, Michael? I'm actually making him smile. He doesn't laugh very much, but he smiles.
No, when he laughs, you know it.
Yeah.
Like when you run off because you're, having issues.
I think that the fact that I was sick
Hey, who
this
the
week
person you
was
were
payback
asking
for
about
that.
moved earlier?
Roseanne Elliott.
Yeah.
Okay, no, never mind that. It's someone else.
Has anyone in chat said that they know anything?
No. They said that they just got an alert that Cicely Tyson passed, and I couldn't remember who we were talking
Oh.
about. and-
Cloris Leachman was who we were talking about.
We were talking about Cloris Leachman earlier.
Before we went on the air, we were all talking
right,
about Cloris
Amber
Leachman.
wants you to know that Cicely Tyson just passed.
Thank you,
Thank-
Amber. That's sad news.
Yeah.
Who's Cicely Tyson?
She's a very popular actress.
I know the name, but I can't put it with a face.
Oh. She's done so many things. I can't remember. She was in Fried Green Tomatoes, I think. Is that right? Anybody know? Fried Green Tomatoes? Write it down if that's right. I'm pretty sure she was in that. You gonna
Show me an image of Cicely Tyson.
But things always happen in threes, right?
My phone is still listening to you, and now
Well,
he's.
then we're at 4 now with Cloris Leachman.
Well, who's the other two? Oh, Larry King.
Larry King, and then someone died right before him.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we don't have to worry about who's next.
Tim.
Well, I mean, that's what. What? That's how these things always happen.
In fours?
No, in threes.
Well, this is 4.
That we're overdue. We
It's
don't
the
have to worry about
apocalypse.
anything.
It's the apocalypse.
Maybe we're making up. I don't know. What else we got
Oh
going on?
my gosh, that was really mean.
No, it wasn't mean. It happens. It's part of life.
So in any case, we had a couple of people last time that volunteered to be part of our melodrama program, and I do have your names down.
Yeah.
If anyone else is interested in coming in and being a part of that, we are being uber careful with this.
Yes.
First, we're bringing in people that cohabitate.
Yes.
So we bring in couples first
Yep.
to kind of get this down because we want to make sure that we keep everyone safe, and we wipe down all of our props and all
Yeah,
the
we-
costumes are washed.
Do all the
and that
usual
kind of stuff.
precautions that we've gotten used to in the past year.
And Jonathan and Casey, I apologize to you for dropping off your script on Friday and telling you be there Saturday. Unlike that, you will get your script far in advance so you can be more familiar with what's happening and what we're doing.
Are you going to write new ones?
I am going to
Because
write
you have like a basket case of old ones.
I
right?
do. I have I have The Great Cow Oracle. I have
Drac in the Saddle.
I have Penelope's Predicament or Woe Is Me, and which a couple of the characters that's in Cow Oracle
Yep.
appear in Penelope's Predicament
Yep.
or Woe Is Me. I have Home Sweet Home, which is a sequel to My Sweet Juliet.
Okay.
Those are really fun.
Yeah.
Those are fun ones. I have a bunch of other ones. So yeah, I love to write them. I
Now,
love to write them.
you told the story before.
Hank Aaron was the first one.
Thank you.
Miracle Lamb.
What? The Year of the Lamb?
Yeah, she was the actress on Babylon 5.
Okay.
So yeah, no, to
It's going
clarify
on.
our three, it was Hank Aaron, Cloris
Leachman,
Leachman.
Larry King, and now
And Larry
Cicely.
King.
So that's 4 again. Tell the story about, we've been talking about these melodramas. You would bring these to your family.
I would. So actually, the search for the Great Cow Oracle
Yeah.
was the first one. So around Thanksgiving and Easter, my mom, she was a really big fan of mine.
Yeah.
Because she was my mom. And she knew that I was writing, and I had had a bunch of pieces done down at the Arts Festival of Arts and Ideas in New Haven. And so she knew about these melodramas. And one year she asked me if I would bring one downstairs for everyone to read.
Okay.
So my family sat around the table. Sharon was part of that bunch, and everyone took parts and they read. So the first one they read was Penelope's Predicament.
Okay.
Or Woe Is Me. And my mom was so excited because her character got to repeatedly tell my father's character to shut up with an Italian accent. And so it was really fun to do that.
Yeah.
And so she insisted that I get one ready for the next holiday.
Oh,
And that's where the search for the Great Cow Oracle came from.
okay.
I made sure there were enough characters for
For
everyone
all
around the table. And both of my sisters were in that. My brother-in-law, one of my nephews, my other sister who's in Tennessee.
Mhm.
She's in She doesn't talk like this yet, but she will.
She will.
And so everyone took roles and we read them.
Yeah.
And inside the cover of the original of that, it says that this was first performed around the table with the address, and it lists all the characters and who they were.
That's awesome.
So that's a really nice memory to have associated with this piece.
Yeah.
Your sister also had a lot of fun, Deb. She's in the chat here.
Yes. Yeah. She had a lot of fun doing that one.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
How did your dad like being was he a bad guy? Did you make him a bad guy?
My dad was a bad guy.
Yeah.
So he was Wolfgang Lieberman.
Oh, Wolfgang Lieberman.
And so
you will find out.
So the version that Tim is familiar with of the Search for the Great Cow Oracle is a little bit different because I had to take it and slim it down so that it would fit a 20-minute time format, and we could do it with just 4 people to keep it safe for COVID.
Yeah.
So it was a larger version. There were more characters in it.
Yeah.
We had a great time. And my dad was a character anyway.
Yes, he was.
And so to have the whole family doing it was hysterical.
Right.
It was hysterical.
Yeah. We had a lot of we didn't write anything like that, but one of the most enjoyable times for me was when our family would all get back together. And Bruce, if you're watching in California, you know what I'm talking about. My dad would set up a tape recorder, and we'd all start jamming. We all played different instruments, and we'd all start jamming and making stuff up as we went. Yeah. And it was the most fun every time.
I wish that we had done a recording.
Yeah, that would have been how much fun
that was. It was great fun. We had a really, really good time doing it.
And it was a cold read for everybody, right?
It was. Yeah. It was a cold read, and they still had my dad with his big, giant Italian accent.
Yeah.
As Count Giuseppe Filiboloni from Fulgoni.
New Jersey.
Yeah, he was Wolfgang Lieberman disguised as Count Giuseppe Filiboloni from Fulgoni.
Yeah, New Jersey.
And so it was great fun. And my sister Barbie played Sally Saccharin, who's a book learned know-it-all, and it was just great. Yeah, it was great.
And those memories you just can't replace.
Yeah.
So we're gonna re-record on Saturday.
We are.
We're gonna film, and now we know the script a little bit better this time, so that should be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know better how to use the green screen. It was a challenge.
Yeah.
And this is really good for us because when we reopen, for those of you who weren't with us last week and
2 weeks
ago, we're planning on opening on Friday, August 13th with a production of Kill Me Deadly. And part of that production is going to be filming the production because we're going to be streaming it while it's being performed, but we're going to do it as a film. So we're going to be using the green screen in that production for some of the scenes. So this is really good learning ground for us.
Yeah.
It's also great for Michael because we're talking about putting together a permanent studio space for our podcast and having that green wall so we'd be able to change what's behind us.
So I won't have to.
No, so we could do all kinds of fun stuff behind us. We could it could be really, really fun.
It should
Yeah.
be a lot of fun. So we're going to redo
So
that.
see, he's playing with it, but yeah, we just exploded.
Or do we?
I don't know what just happened.
He's just, yeah, okay.
He's being Michael.
This is Michael.
Yeah. So tell us.
So we got that, and then we're gonna. It's just stuff to keep up. We're still planning to do something for Valentine's Day.
We're looking at doing something for Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. We're still talking about
We're still
that.
talking.
But we're kind of
everything's
focusing
in
on
flux.
right now, focused on these melodramas and getting this format down so that
Yeah.
we know better.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about when we open,
Yep.
doing melodrama Mondays.
Live in front of
Live
an
in front of an audience doing melodrama.
Yeah,
I think it could be really fun.
it could be.
And we could combine that with abridged. We could bring in, do some comedy nights
Right.
and include melodramas. Are people making fun of us, Michael?
No, I'm enjoying myself.
Michael is
They enjoy
amused.
watching you explode. What can I say?
It was.
It's that kind of crowd tonight.
It's the gas.
It's that kind of crowd tonight.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. We're going to keep doing things in the theater as much as we can until we
Right.
can bring everybody back.
True. Yeah. And then after we've opened the theater, we're talking about a permanent studio space. So Arabesque Dance and Theatrical Supply
Yes.
from Waterbury, 53 years on Bank Street, is going to be moving into the Pin Shop factory across the street from the theater.
Yep.
So that's really convenient and it's going to be awesome. So we're going to be working more closely with Arabesque.
Yeah.
On how we can do some stuff. Tim, let's review what's going on at other theaters in the area.
Yeah, there's a couple things going on. The Warner is in the midst of their 9th annual International Playwrights Festival. Right now, they got teed up a one act called Good Morning with Eric Lindblom and Susan Hackle in that play. And you could just go to thewarnertheater.org and get the link on it. Although they
It's
have been
right on their cover page.
It's on their cover page. It's on their Facebook.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of it.
Warner Theatre,
Theatre.
TRE at the end.
Yeah,
.org.
yeah. Our good friend Colleen Renzula was in the previous one.
Carol was in there.
Carl made his appearance.
The cat
on
who
that.
needs a sweater.
Yes, poor
He's gotta
Carl.
be
He's
cold.
got to be freezing. I don't wonder what he did. Oh, I've seen pictures of Carl in the wintertime before. All you see are eyes.
Oh,
He's all
okay.
bundled up and
Sure.
stuff like that. Also, up the road a little bit further, the Goshen Players will be doing a virtual reading on February 21st. It's a new play by Mark Dunn called The Puzzle with the Piazza. I thought that was pizza there. I got really hungry for a second. And then finally, our good friends at Woodbury, CTAW, Connecticut Theater of Woodbury, right?
Connecticut Theater at Woodbury.
At Woodbury, because
CTAW.
it'd be
It's
CTO if it was
Could be Cito.
TO if I of
Yeah.
theater. I bet they thought that at first and think we don't want to be called CTO. CTO, what's CTO?
Well, first of all, in Woodbury, they don't have a southern accent.
Southern part of Woodbury.
The southern part of
does.
Woodbury
Yes.
has an accent.
That's Bethlehem.
Sea-tow, I literally call the pirates of the ocean. They charge a ton to tow your boat as a.
CTO.
Oh, okay. Oh, he made it funny.
Give him a laugh, Al.
Do it. Al's still on delay.
Yeah, so yeah. But anyway, CTAW at Woodbury is doing a play called Letters of Note. And they're going to be doing that. Is that online?
It's been up already.
Yeah.
But we have some remaining dates
They
available. You
have
can still
February
catch.
2nd and the 16th. So you can go to the website at ctaw-ct.org and
Yeah.
find out what's going on with them.
Yes,
So it's nice to
CTAW.
see these guys. I'm so happy for them to be to keep going. We're all doing what we can.
Absolutely.
We're getting there, though.
We are, yeah.
We're
they're,
progressing.
They're talking more about vaccinations, and
Yeah.
it makes me a little nervous when they start saying, "Oh, you got to start wearing 2 masks now." Of course, I've started my mask production again because now they're asking for more than 2 layers.
Ah.
So I've started my multiple layer mask collection.
Well, you should probably be getting to work on your spring collection.
Yeah, because even after we get vaccinated, we'll still.
Yeah.
I
I think masks are going to be
wear
around for
masks.
quite some time.
Yeah.
I
I mean, well, I'm really careful. I wear masks everywhere.
I'm-
I sanitize like crazy, and I still got a stomach bug.
yeah.
Like How did I do that?
You're not going to say it was Lori's cooking, right?
No.
Okay, that's good.
No, I would never say that.
No,
No.
not her
Lori's
cooking.
your wife's
She
a
makes
cook.
great stuff, Joe.
She does.
We had that for
No,
to
I
watch
was
your
not-
Packers lose.
You know, I wasn't.
No,
feeling
you were
well
feeling like
because
going
I
into that.
called, like, I don't
And-
know if I'm going to come over because I don't feel.
And then
well.
you found out she was making stuffed Jello, and you're like,
No,
"Oh,
okay, I gotta
okay,
do
I'll be
it."
over. I'll be
Yeah.
over." Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't figured out Super Bowl yet if we're going to be doing anything for the Super Bowl.
I don't really care. My team's not in it.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be such a big, full day-long celebration, and then they just keep putting the kickoff further and further back.
I'm a Packers fan.
Yeah.
And did you hear that Aaron Rodgers, they're thinking about moving him to the Patriots? He's
No.
thinking about going to the Patriots.
No.
No,
Yep.
he's not
He's
going.
thinking about leaving the Packers and looking into the Patriots.
No, it's not
What?
Gonna, not going to happen.
What?
No.
Not happening.
No, I know
Not
who's
in a
going
million
to.
years.
I know who's going to the Patriots.
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
Matt LaFleur might be going to the Wind, but you know.
See, now we're talking sports on a theater podcast.
Did you ever think you'd see that?
Did you ever see it? Me talk football? What?
It's like hockey.
Cocky?
Hockey.
Oh,
I'm missing the
hockey.
Bruins right now.
Hockey. I
Hockey.
love hockey.
Yes.
I do.
But
you
you
know-
love hockey for the totally different reason that I love. hockey.
So there are sports that I prefer to watch on TV and
Yep.
sports that I prefer in person.
Yes.
I don't want to go to a football game in person.
Oh, I've been there. and
Oh
it's
my
not-
God, it's
not-
tedious.
it's-
There's too many breaks for commercials,
It's
right?
too cold.
I like to watch hockey in person.
Yep.
I prefer to watch football on TV.
Yep.
Basketball, either way.
Yep.
Either way,
Baseball, definitely there.
definitely there.
You know why?
Why?
They have beer. Right? Isn't that
Okay.
why we go?
Yeah, I guess.
Because lately, just before everything hit, lately we used to go to a lot of minor league ballparks just to go to minor league games. And lately, breweries are starting to show up at or starting to sell at the ballpark.
They are.
And
I
that's a
don't- but,
great way to
You know,
try out.
I don't
new
know
beer.
what my future is with beer.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is sad. I know.
Yeah.
We have to wait until I go and have the cheese test on my liver.
Yes.
When they put the bunka 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 thing on my liver, it'll tell me whether or not I have a future with beer or not.
Oh, Black Hog. Black Hog is waiting to hear. Believe-
Yeah.
Well, at least
No,
it wasn't Swiss
So,
cheese.
thank you, Al. No, and it's really not about that. My liver is fine. I can continue to. I
Yeah.
can consume alcohol if I want to, but there's a chance that I have celiacs. Apparently, my spleen is elongated,
It's you know, so
and that in conjunction with something that's happening over here. I don't really understand all the math, but I'm going for some blood tests and things like that.
isn't that a choice, really?
No, it's not. It's not really a choice, and I would prefer not to have a disease where I couldn't have wheat and gluten because my sisters and I went through that with my mom, and
Yeah,
and apparently it's hereditary.
celiac.
Yes,
I never even
didn't
heard
know
of it.
that.
I thought it was a breakfast cereal.
It's an
till you mentioned it.
autoimmune. It is an autoimmune disease,
I get nothing for that.
and it is hereditary. And I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's news, right?
Yes.
See,
it
look
is.
at that. In our podcast, we've talked about theater, sports, and
And
now
medicine.
medicine. What?
What else?
Why
What
do
else?
we even need to go anywhere else?
I know, really, honestly. Whatever else are you doing with your time
Why
tonight?
don't you throw in some humor?
Oh, is it? They didn't hear that.
So that made Michael laugh.
Yeah. It did. You got any more jokes?
I do have a joke for you. What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
No.
I don't know. What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball? And there goes our YouTube. That is one of my all-time favorite,
That made Michael laugh.
all-time favorite jokes, and I never heard that done in public before.
It's not in public.
No, it's on YouTube.
Uh, I'll have Michael put a little adult
Disclaimer.
humor.
Yeah,
at
put a disclaimer.
whatever
I
minutes.
already marked that none of our videos are for children.
You know,
That's true.
So
That's true.
you asked for he asked for humor.
Yeah,
I gave you humor.
there you go. That's
And if you want more humor, you will tune in next week and see the premiere of The Search for the Great Cow Oracle or Utter Chaos, starring Tim Phillips, Jonathan Ross, Casey Ross, and a stunt double.
and a stunt double.
A stunt double. Al Hathaway's a stunt
Yes,
double
yes.
in
You're
there.
gonna have to
Yes.
explain that last joke to Eve.
Okay.
In about 12 years.
Because she's a
Ah,
vegetarian and they were serving meatballs.
There you go.
She's a vegetarian and they were serving meatballs and she went, blah.
You didn't, you're not on Facebook, so you didn't see. She's quite the, she's trying to be quite the athlete, like her athletic person, like her father. I saw the video of her picking up a 20-pound.
I
Wait.
have to tell you, like, if ever there was a child where the stars aligned,
Oh my gosh.
it would be Eva Rishinovsky
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
she has
Both sides.
her parents are extremely talented.
Yes, yes.
You know, her mom is an actress to beat all actresses,
Right.
and a cook like nobody's business.
Yes.
And then she's got her dad in there who's an actor's actor and a superhero.
Yeah.
You know, outdoorsy, beat him up, kill him.
And she
No.
models after both of them.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She's got the aunt that's a dancer. and-
It's true. She's got dancers, and her Mimi is a dance instructor,
Uh-huh.
and then Karen, who's like the craftiest person I've
Yes,
ever met.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah,
you know, her uncles are extremely talented.
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
She's gonna take over the
stars
world. Yeah,
have aligned, and
Yeah.
she's going to take over the world.
absolutely.
She's going to be president.
She'll own
one
this
day.
theater someday.
Yeah, she will. She'll run Phoenix Stage Company one day. Yeah,
We'll go with that.
stars aligned.
Yes.
And then, you know, I was talking with Agnes, you know, Agnes Stan the other
Yeah.
day, and she had her her babies over. She
Her
calls them.
babies are
They're
not,
not
babies.
babies.
Anymore.
They're not babies
How old is
anymore.
Hunter? He's almost
Hunter
10.
is 10.
He's 10.
I think he's he's 10.
and
Gonna be
Charlotte's
11.
going to be
Charlotte's 6 or 7,
6 or
right?
7, yeah.
They're like mini people.
And we've seen them since day one.
Yeah, so it's
And-
crazy the talent in there. You
Yeah.
know, the talent.
Yeah,
The
on
talent.
both sides. There's and you know, all over the place we have talent in this area,
Yeah.
and we can't wait to get you back in here. We
No,
really,
can't wait.
We
can't
made
wait.
popcorn today.
We did for the first time in
We
so
were both
long.
we were both a little peckish,
Yeah,
and let's make popcorn, and it just having fresh popcorn at Phoenix is
and
it's-
having the smell back
and
in
the
the
smell,
having the smell back in the
and
room.
it was just
So now it just smells like popcorn scented mildew
yeah. There you go.
because the building's just not used. We don't have
Yeah.
the heat on all the time.
Yeah, that's
and
kind
we're
of
not-
why
we're
we're
not
bundled
here-
up a little
We're
bit
not
there.
here working as much as we have been.
And
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to that day when we can start rehearsing and start having people in the seats again and just start having the place come alive again.
Yeah. So there's the weekly question.
Ah.
Here's the question of the week.
Question of the week.
What are you looking forward to coming back to Phoenix for? What's the thing that you're most looking forward to?
I bet you they're going to say the house announcements.
Somebody better say house announcements. Yeah, so let us know. What are you looking forward to
Yeah.
coming back to?
I think it's going to be the hugs. I think that's what people will say. The hugs. They miss hanging out with people,
Hanging out in the green room.
hanging out in the green room, hanging out in the lobby, hanging out on stage,
But
doing
see,
stuff on
But
stage.
here's the thing: when we come back, we won't be able to do that
That's
right
true.
away.
That's true.
Right? We still can't hang out in the lobby.
Yep, yep.
We're gonna have to watch all of it, and that's really hard. As
Yeah.
we saw when we had people in for
Yeah.
the premiere of 133 Main, it was really difficult to keep people from congregating.
So maybe we could give Lori like a Nerf rifle.
A cattle prod.
Well, a cattle prod might be a little harsh, but give her like a Nerf rifle and she could just shoot people if they're standing too
Well, no,
close.
because then the Nerf thing touches them and she can't use it again.
Well, they're disposable.
A squirt bottle.
Oh,
Bear mace.
What?
Bear mace. Psst. It'll keep the lobby clear.
The general consensus is the hugs, the popcorn, and the sound of a full theater.
My house announcements. The sound of my house announcements.
There you go.
So excited.
Honestly, Ed, the one thing
They haven't
that
mentioned?
they haven't had to endure during COVID was not hearing you talk.
And yet they can sign on here and hear me talk.
Is there, you see, there's such balance in life.
There is balance in life.
So next week we have the melodrama.
The search for the
We're going to be
Oracle.
talking ahead of time, right? It's actually just part of our show.
It's
next
part of
week.
our show. It's not the show itself. So it's
Right.
part of our show. We're
Yeah.
excited. We're excited to introduce it, to play the show, and
Yeah.
then to hear your feedback.
Yes.
We're really excited about that.
Yes.
We're
and
very,
it'll
very
lead
excited.
to other things.
And then so many of you will sign up because you want to be a part of the fun.
It is fun. We had a lot of fun on Saturday working with Casey and Jonathan, getting into incredibly silly costumes,
Yeah.
things I have never worn before.
No. You look good as a redhead, Tim.
Tune in. Yeah. So that's next week.
That is next week.
Yep.
It is next week. Hey, so we need to thank our sponsors. Hit that music there, Al. We are sponsored by.
Black Hog Brewing Company, Oxford, Connecticut.
We haven't been there in a really long time.
We miss them.
We miss them. We miss being able to hang out there, and
Yeah.
we miss having their beer in the theater.
Right.
We can't wait till that comes back.
Yep.
Also, Sierra Ridge Media Arts, Deb and Jeff Cryan.
Miss
from
them
Naugatuck,
too.
Connecticut. Thank you very much for everything that you do for us.
Yes.
We really miss them. And our friends, Arabesque Dance and Theatrical Supply. We can't wait till they're back up and running
Right down the road.
post-COVID.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you can support Phoenix Stage Company anytime you'd like to by donating to your local community theater. Phoenix-stage-company.square.site.
Yeah.
Also, remember to continue to check our channel because the learning experience. So we have the file is being changed to go up again. So
Okay.
keep an eye out for that. You can watch that.
Yep.
Be sure to tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I don't know if I can say it as a
I
copywriter.
don't know. We'll find out.
Same Phoenix time, same Phoenix channel.
Oh, before we go, I
Yeah.
want to congratulate you.
On.
According to my research, we are the most watched podcast of Connecticut Community Theater.
Well, congratulations to everyone involved, and thank you for watching. Spread the word.
Of course, we might be the only
Well,
podcast live
Spread
podcast.
the word. Until next time, thank you, Al. Thank you, Michael. Say good night, Tim.
Good night, Jim.